Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel on YouTube with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh. I'm going to dip some Stoker's Wintergreen today. So I wanted to touch on a couple things. I just wanted to kind of explain my last two videos. Maybe I did in the description, but not everybody reads the description. I don't know. And then I have some pretty big news. So, get my mustache out of the way there. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the last two videos I put up of me performing a couple songs. Thank you for all your kind comments on them, by the way, and thanks for watching them. Those are the recordings for an album that's the album that I recorded for Trent Radio's this radio project, like songwriter story times kind of thing that's going on. So, and the only way, I didn't make those videos for YouTube. I just meant I wanted to mail them, email them to Jill at the radio, and they were too big. The files were too big, so I had to upload them to YouTube and send her the links in a Dropbox. So anyhow, yeah. So thanks for watching them. I'm glad you liked them. If you liked them. So something really big happened yesterday, an evolving, life is an ever-evolving thing. You have many phases in your life and many chapters in your life, and there's a chapter in my life that's coming quickly to an end. And what happened is my roommate Kelsey and I both got evicted yesterday from Sound Kitchen Studios. Our landlord, who is a friend of mine, he's a theater artist working in Toronto independently, and he's broke now, and because there's no theater going on, and so he needs to, he owns this house, so he needs to move back here because he can't afford to live anywhere else. So it was kind of sudden, the absolute last time I talked to him, we talked about like stuff like that, and he said that he had no plans of moving back here unless it was absolute last resort, but that was just a few weeks ago. So I guess the last resort came up quick. So yeah, it's kind of a drag, for the last 12 hours or so, except when I've been sleeping, I've been in a state of absolute panic and anxiety. I'm in a great situation right now. I have the perfect roommate, best roommate I've ever had. And things are just good here. And so we had to talk about that, Kelsey and I, and she is totally wanting to stay roommates, and get another place together, get another 2-bedroom apartment or a house or something together, like we do now. Ideally a house, and Kelsey's so practical. Sorry, I got a hair stuck in my. So practical and so kind, and I know we're gonna be together through this, through this transition. we may end up, it may end up me having to live by myself if that's the perfect opportunity that arises, but hopefully we can stay together and keep in the same house, because that'd be great. She's an awesome roommate. I can't even begin to express that, and it feels really nice to have someone in your corner like that, and or in it with you like that. If I was on my own, I'd be much more panicked. You probably wouldn't see me for days, kind of thing. But yeah, we got evicted yesterday, so that's just the way it rolls. But it's this chapter of my life that I've lived here in Sound Kitchen Studios. This is where I started doing YouTubes, and I've chronicled a great deal of my life here on these YouTubes, and so now I'm really grateful that I can look back on my memories here, because I have a million memories here, and it's been a very educational. I've lived here. If we move out on September, it'll be 5 years to the day. That's when we have to be out, is September 1st. It'll be 5 years to the day that I lived here, and that's a long time, and I've just learned. I've learned a lot about myself. I've grown in ways I didn't think I could ever grow. It's been a real 5 years of self-reckoning. You know what I mean? And trying to be positive rather than negative. I used to be a much more negative person, and if you'd seen me in my drinking days, that would probably be more apparent. But I've learned a lot here at Sound Kitchen Studios, and I'm very grateful for the time I've spent here. And I'll be here for the next couple months. So, and when we do move, it's going to be an improvement on what we have now. So, it'll be a whole new studio. So I'm going to have to think up a new, like this. The reason this is called Sound Kitchen Studios is because that's what this building was called for years. For years, it was my landlord Bo ran it as a recording studio, and I live in the old recording studio, right? So that's why I call it Sound Kitchen Studios, because there was the kitchen where I'm in, and the studio, and that was like where the recordings were done, So yeah, I'll have to think up a new name for my new studio. But that's the least of my worries right now. But yeah, anyhow, thanks for watching the Dirty Pat Walsh channel, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. And remember to always think of things as life is ever evolving, life is ever changing, and sometimes they're harder than others, but you get through it, and you carry on. Be well, everybody. Have a wonderful day.